Recently I made a video on elementary school addition and subtraction, and I showed why it works, where all the borrowing comes from, all that sort of stuff, so I would recommend watching that. This video is about elementary school multiplication and why that works. I think this video is going to be a lot more helpful because the addition and subtraction is pretty straightforward. The only confusing thing that kind of just comes out of nowhere is the borrowing and stuff like that. But here with multiplication, it's a lot more complicated. So let me give you an example. If we have 163 multiplied by 249, and we want to do a multiplication with this. Alright, well let's start. We always start with the first number down here, so 9 times 3 is 27, but since we can't fit the 27 here, we have to put the 7 here, and then the 2 up here, and then we do 9 times 6, which is 54, but then we have to add that 2, so that turns into 56, so then we just repeat the process, put the 5 up there, and then 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14, so then we just put the 1 and the 4 there. Okay, so now let's work with the 4. So we start with the 0 here for God knows what reason. So then 4 times 3 is 12, so that we put the 2 here. I'm just going to put kind of running out of room here, I'll put the 1 there. And then we have 4 times 6, which is 24. So we put the 4 there and the 2 here. We get rid of that 5. Then we have 4 times 1, which is just 4, but then we do plus 2. Wait, did I forget? So 4 times 6 is 24. Yeah, and then we had to add that 1, so that turns into 25 actually. Sorry about that. So then 4 times 1 is just 4, and then we add the 2, which is 6. And then we have to put 2 zeros now because we're starting with this number. So we get 2 times 3, which is just 6, so we don't have to worry about that. And we get 2 times 6, which is 12. So I don't even know where to put this. I think you'd put it like here or something, I don't know. And so then, oh wait, I'm sorry, the 2 goes there and then the 1 goes here. See how confusing this is? And then we get 2 times 1, which is 2, and then we add the 1, which we end up having 3. And now we just add all these numbers together. So we get 7, we get 8 here, and then we get 6 plus 4 plus 5, so that's going to be 15. So we put the 5 here, and then the 1 here. I explained this part of like where all I forget what it's called, like putting all the numbers up here. I explained that part in the last video. So then we get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so that turns into a 0, and then we have a 1 there, so 3 plus 1 is 4. And then our final answer is 40,587. And that is the correct answer. And we did this weird, just nonsensical, way to get there. It's just like mental gymnastics. So where does this really come from? Well, if you've learned algebra, which I hope you have if you're watching this video or watching my channel at all, if you've learned some algebra, you understand FOILing, where you take something like I don't know, x plus 5 times x plus 3, and then you do the whole thing where it's like, okay, well, x times x is x squared, and then you do x times 3, which is 3x, and now it's like, okay, 5 times x is 5x, and then 5 times 3 is 15, and then you just combine like terms, add it, do whatever you need to do, right? And we're going to do that exact same thing, but with numbers. And you might not immediately think of that, but you can actually FOIL with numbers. You don't need variables for that. So let's just do it this way. So we get 100 plus 60 plus 3 multiplied by 200 plus 40 plus 9. And this is literally how you just do it. And you just FOIL it out this way. So I'm just going to FOIL it. I'm not going to then simplify it or anything because that's kind of just not the point of the video. You can continue the rest if you want. Sorry, but I'm just going to FOIL it out. So we get, well actually I'm not even going to FOIL it out. I'm just going to explain. So we do 100 times 200 plus 100 times 40 plus 100 times 9. So we multiply the 100 by each of these 3, then we do 60 times each of these, and then we do 3 times each of these, and then you add those all up, and then you're going to get 40,587. So really we just FOIL it, and this might be like really weird for some of you, but this is exactly what you do. And the reason why, like here, when we work with the 4, we put a 0 there, is because that 4 really means 40. And so whenever we do 4 times 3, really we're doing 40 times 3, right? So we can't just do 4 times 3 because that's just 12. We need that 120. And if you do the foiling, you'll eventually get to a point where it's like, okay, 3 times 40 is 120. So you don't add 12, you add the 120, and that's why we put the 0 there, because it's like 652 times 10, right? Because like it's like this, so it's like 9 times 10 to the 0, which is 1, times all this, and then 4, really it's 40 times all this, so we need that 0, and then 2, that's 200, so we need 2 zeros there. And that's why you do that. The reason for the adding is because that's exactly what you do with the foiling. So first, you multiply each of these, and then you add all those together, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And so, yeah, this is exactly what you do. So you can foil this out. That's kind of like a little homework problem, so I'll just like label that, I'll just label that homework. So if you want to do that, then go ahead. But yeah, so this is exactly how to do some elementary multiplication. So I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.